Welcome back. I thought it might be kind of fun to do a replays video for SDS, since lately I've been trying to get a little higher in the ranks. So, like, for example, if I had known, now I'm not sure this is how it works, but like, I was at 55 something, I was in tier 19. If I had known that staying there might have dropped me to 54.99 instead of like back to wherever else, like I was assuming that you'd drop down to tier 16 no matter what. I didn't know exactly how this works, but now I'm thinking you only drop like a tier. Well, maybe if you're in tier 24, you might drop like down to tier 21. Maybe I don't know exactly how that works, but anyways. So if I'd known, I would have stopped and I wouldn't have gone any further. But I had one match left and I wanted to see if I can push myself to tier 20. But I lost and now I'm back to tier 18. Sucks, unfortunate. But if it drops me to like 4999, that's, I mean, it's still like 5 matches above where I would have been, I suppose. I don't know. Anyways, it don't matter. So, yeah. That's that. But the focal point of the video, though, the main reason why I wanted to make this video is because of the GOAT! We fought against the GOAT. So I'll get right to that to start, just to, like, I'm sure there's people that might only really be interested in that instead of, like, other matches, but, so I'll start with that one, which is somewhere around here. Where is it? There he is. The legendary PM1. Now, when I saw this, I was like, oh my god, is it really Phoenix Man? I actually didn't register that it was PM1 at first. I just saw YouTube and then like free to play. I didn't see the middle part. I was like, okay. But then when I was looking at the teams, I noticed that his teams, the person's teams I was looking at were very similar to some of the teams that PM1 runs. And then I noticed YouTube, PM1, F2P. I was like, oh my god, I'm actually playing against the GOAT right now. I'm fucked. Like, I'm screwed. But, well, I'm going to try and black this out so you can't tell the outcome. But, basically, I vetoed 2 of his teams that I figured were going to be the most annoying to play around. And I mean, that's what you always do, right? But, anyways, let's see what happened. So he, I think he vetoed, for me, team 1 and 4. I think he vetoed team 1 and 4. I don't quite remember. But he let me use my leg guarantee. And, like, this is the team I want to use. This is the team I have the most practice with. But for the record, my backup team is team 4. So, yeah, so what tipped me off when I was looking at the team that this was PM1 was, first, this Duma. He tweeted out this Duma. He had the attack and res boons with the Floret, minus speed. He put a mirror stance on him. I was like, okay. And then I saw Raphael with the sudden panic. I was like, okay, this is PM1's Raphael. He tweeted this out too from the Forma Souls. And yeah, so this is his team. He's got a Yuri. I don't remember if this is an instant lethality Yuri or not, actually. But anyways, yeah, so there's he's got Yuri, he's got Brave Crom to give Yuri NFU. He's got his Save Duma, Dagger, and Raphael. And then I'm sure I've showed this team off before. I don't remember, but this is supposed to be Duo Crom, but usually I'll slot the bonus unit. Where it's Veronica, I didn't mind slotting Veronica into my main team because she's actually really good. And it freed me up to put Duo Crom in another team if I had to use that. So we got Veronica here, my near save Miracle Edelgard, which is actually goated. People look at this sometimes and think it's a weird build, but yo, I promise you, this works. Asker just to give his, open domain stuff. We got Leg Yarn, my Vantage Leg Yarn, which, as long as she's in Vantage range and she's being protected by Edelgard, there's not a lot out there that beats the team once Vantage is up and running. But, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not, like, pig-headed. I've definitely lost to many players that are much better than myself at this game. And then, obviously, Ellawood to double buff everyone. Well, not Veronica, but he's double buffing both Edelgard and Leigern. That's the main reason why Leigern has Fort Devra as 3, is to lower her attack so that they both have 70. Anyways, so that's the setup. That's the teams. Now, when I hit play, I'm going to try and pause at certain moments to talk about it, but this is obviously when you just watch a replay, it goes really fast and it doesn't look that impressive, but take my word for it. This was a hard-fought match. We both took our time. Like, I didn't want to make a mistake because this is like a one. Dueling someone like PM1 is like a very seldom. My apologies. Something came up and I had to cut the recording momentarily. But so as I was saying, yeah. So facing off against like a big name such as PM1 doesn't happen very often, right? Like it's a seldom opportunity. So it's an understatement to say that I was both very excited but also very nervous at the same time. Yeah, so like, and it was weird because like, I wanted him to win so he could get the points he needed, but at the same time, I wanted to see if I could beat him, so, yeah, so, anyways. Like, I think it's like, I think it's common courtesy to offer a draw if you run into someone that you know, but, I mean, I'm not in any kind of Discord that he's in. I'm not, like, I don't know, I could have, anyways, I didn't think, like, I would feasibly have the time to offer a draw anyways, but, like I said, like, I wanted to play it out just to see if I like, how I would stand up to, the GOAT. So, anyways, but if this does so happen to end in a victory, like, I mean, I've got these plus 10 things, like, it's not easy for anyone to deal with, like, this stuff, right? So, but I never assume, there was a match I had last SDS that humbled the fuck out of me, because, like, it was, like, all plus 0, like, Gen 1 units, and I went in with the mindset thinking, oh, this is going to be free, this is going to be a joke, whatever. I lost. I made, like, a silly mistake, and then it was just, I mean, I don't want to say that and make it sound like I'm taking it away from, like, that player, but, like, yeah, I don't know, I just lost. They beat me, and I was like, holy, how did I lose to, what? It was, like, legit, I remember one of their units was just a Reinhardt with, like, double death blow. Not even plus 10 Reinhardt, right? I was like, I remember thinking, after I lost that, I was like, okay, I am respecting the fuck out of literally everything I come across until I see victory on the screen. Because I really thought I wouldn't lose that, but I did, so you have moments like that where you gotta humble up, and you never assume that you're gonna win. Even if you're facing a team of, like, level 1 units and they only have 1 level 40, don't assume you're gonna win. So, yeah. I guess let's just see how this goes. Alright, so, basically, the beginning of this is just us doing our opener, right? Like, my opening is, I get Leg Yarn, like, up here. I get Edelgard in position. Oh, she's still got a, like, Canto and stuff. So, like, that's basically my opener. I pivot Canto Edelgard down here, and I get Leg Yarn over here, right? If they don't have a unit with, if they don't have a unit that I need to be afraid of them just one-shotting her straight up, then I just go for it. I put her in the center, I have Edelgard behind her, and I just go for it. Because, like, Dagger wasn't in range. I didn't need to be worried about her one-shotting me. Yuri was all the way over there with his. If he had lethality proc, he probably would have killed me. But yeah, I always check for hardy bearing and stuff too. And yeah, so that's the beginning of this. Now turn 2. So turn 2, I was thinking, what should I do here? I could maybe take out Crom and go back. I think I was actually thinking of like, honestly, I don't know what I was thinking, but then I remembered that he had Canto control under Raphael, so I figured if I move anywhere, I'm not going to be able to Canto, and he's going to be able to kill Leigern because Edelgard's not going to be in position. So I figured, after like 20 seconds of humming and hawing, I was like, okay, I need to take out Raphael, because at least if he's gone, Canto control won't activate, and I can go back in front of Edelgard, and it should be fine. So that's what I ended up doing. Now I'm in vantage range, and he takes out Veronica, as I expected him to. I go ahead and do the Leigern dance, self-dance. And now from here, I assumed I was good, right? Because, like, even Crom will kill Edelgard, but that's why I have Miracle on her. So she won't die. So he can attack Leigern, but Edelgard might not kill Crom, but she won't die either. Same deal with Duma. So he kind of, in my head, I was thinking he was like he was like checked here. Not checkmate yet. I didn't want to assume that, but he was checked. Because I knew he wouldn't be able to attack Leigern. He could, but I knew that he probably wouldn't because Edelgard won't die. Like the whole reason I have Miracle on Edelgard is so she can be a hard counter for Selifs and Brave Croms. Because I've had teams where I've been checkmated by like the Congo line of like Brave Selif, Brave Crom, Yuri, and all that stuff. So that's why I put Miracle on Edelgard, and it's been doing wonders. So yeah, and I no longer have to fear Dagger because I'm in vantage range. Doesn't have hardy bearing. I don't have to fear Yuri for the same reason. So yeah. So I don't remember why he did that specific. Oh, he did that so that they would both be protected by the Duma. But Leigern decimates Duma. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but ever since Halloween Duma came out, he was the absolute best save tank for a literal hot minute because they've released a lot of strong counters to Duma specifically ever since his banner. Leigern is one of them. So yeah, from here, I was like, Yuri can't kill Leigern, neither can Dagger. Crom can initiate, but he won't. So from here, I'm thinking, this has got to be it. Especially with Yuri gone. He can't snipe any of my other units in the back line with Yuri. And yeah, so he must have just not seen any way to come back. And it was an impossible situation, right? Like, it's almost... When people let me use this team, like they don't veto it, nobody expects the Edelgard to be a near saber. I'm assuming everyone looks at that and assumes she's a far saber, right? But no. And I don't think anyone expects the Vantage Leigern either. Like, Vantage has really come back, guys. It's kind of good now. And like, I only need to worry about one hardy bearing seal. So, yeah. Nothing but respect to this man. Even then, I wanted, this man's given us so much of his time and effort in making his videos and free-to-plays and giving us all this information and stuff over the last, 6 years of this game, right? So I wanted to show my respect. I went on Twitter, I sent him a tweet, and I said, hey man, GG's, it was an honor to duel you, stuff like that. And then he responded in kind, and I was really excited about that. It just affirmed that it was the real PM1 that I dueled against, and he said GG's and thanks for the good match and all that. So yeah, very humbling. legendary, just an absolute legend. And yeah, that was really a really exciting match. And I think this will just be the video, because this is probably like going on 15, almost 20 minutes now. I'm not sure. I had to cut the other part off to splice them together. And yeah, the other matches weren't as I mean, they were probably like exciting too, but I think that'll just be the video. Like any teams where I used leg yarn, it was more the same. I just did that setup. However, I will say there were a lot of matches where I had to use like my backup team, and it went fairly decently. Like, maybe I'll just show one just to see. Well, I don't want to like show a match of me dunking on someone that's a lower rank than me. But let me see. It's kind of unfortunate that you can get matched up with people like that lower of a rank than you. But let me see. There's this one. We're both Diamond D. I'll show this one. Yep. Actually, interestingly enough. Oh, okay, she does have it. Yeah, I gave my Cordelia infantry speed tactic so I could keep water sweep on Alm. And because I have the NFU seal on my Yuri on the other team. So I think I'll just let this play out. I'm not like very practiced with this team as I am with the leg yarn team. Like I say, I like to use that one if I can. But yeah, I'll just let it play out. Oh well, I'll look at the other team. It's just like a drawback Pala. They've got a Brave Byleth, Bunny Sonia, Valentine's Lucina, and Summer Thor. Mostly base kits by the looks of it, I think. Well, except Sonia and Pala. Oh, and then I sparked Shez and I wanted to just try her out, so I threw her on this Cordelia team along with Alm, which is honestly pretty sweet. Like, between Alm and Shez, there's not a whole lot of threats I can't take care of. Like, specifically tanks. Like, there's not a lot of tanks that they can't kill between the two of them. And then I have Fjorm to protect them. Deflect Missile Fjorm comes in pretty clutch sometimes. Ymir just to protect Fjorm from Duochroms. Yeah. Just let this one play out, I think. I don't remember a lot about this match to give any kind of like specific commentary.
That's the spirit. See how they gaze.
So basically just moving Fjorm forward to give myself some leeway so that I can just apply pressure.
An incredible night.
So that I can move my units forward, because most of the threats on this team are ranged. So if I can just keep Fjorm in position, I figured I'd be fine. Yeah, and we're good. Actually, I wasn't going to do that, but then I realized that they moved Pala out of range, and they wouldn't be able to attack Alm, so I was like, well, there's no reason not to do that now. So yeah, this team actually works out fairly good. So, since I won a couple of matches with this team prior, and I think there was one match I struggled with because I realized Alm didn't have the NFU seal on, and I was like, you know what? I have an extra winter Dorothea that I'm not going to use for anything, so let's just give infantry speed tactic to Cordelia, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be like a solid backup team moving forward. So yeah, that was that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching. Again, nothing but respect for the GOAT. And yeah, consider liking and subscribing. Leave a comment if you'd like. Let me know your thoughts. Ask questions if you are interested in anything. And that'll be it. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.